Sometimes the question is more important than the answer. Yesterday, I was writing down a list of 1,000 questions that I could use for a card game that I'm going to make. And anyways, this is the thread. It started out with, what do I want to wake up to every morning, right? What do I like to read in the morning? What things do I want to work on throughout the day? And then it started getting pretty deep. So I'm going to read you through this thread. It could be 20 minutes. But it's really good. So you should stay for the whole thing and listen because some of these questions will hit home. So what types of conversation am I interested in having with others? Do I want to just talk chat, or would I rather have a substantial conversation? If a stranger overheard what I was talking about, would they be interested in being my friend? Would I be able to strike up a conversation with them? Am I a good listener? Am I a good conversationalist? Do I want to be able to contribute something valuable to the conversation of the day? How would I like to be, How informed would I like to be in politics, in morals, in progress and innovation? How do I want to spend time away from work? How do I want to spend the second half of my day? At the end of my life, would I want to have watched every episode of every TV show and every movie that exists on Netflix? Or would I be more interested in having a list of personal projects that have impacted the world in some way? Would I want to have spent 20 years of my life entertaining myself, or 20 years of my life doing something productive? Flip the page. Do I want to have a personal project to work on every day after work? Do I want to work on something that can help others after work instead of working on a hobby that serves as another source of entertainment? Or can I work on something that is both entertaining and productive, like learning a language? Am I interested in learning a new language? Why? Do I want to know another language as a party trick? Or do I want to be fluent or to interact with people around the world? Am I focused on utility or flair? Which language do I want to learn? How will being able to communicate with other people be beneficial to me and to them? Do I even know how to properly communicate with others as is? Do I understand myself enough to be able to attempt to understand someone else who's just as complex as me, if not even more? What would I have to begin to understand about myself in order to even have a chance of being able to understand others? Do I understand what motivates me? Do I understand anything to a substantial level that would qualify me as an expert in the field? What do I want to be an expert in? What do I want to dedicate a large portion of my time to? How will I develop something of value to give to the world? Are my life experiences sufficient to provide and or create something valuable to give to the world in the first place? And if not, what would I be interested in doing to be able to create something valuable? What do I want to give to the world? How will my life be a force for good? How will the world be a better place because of my life's work? Do I understand my life enough to know how I could make an impact? Do I understand every experience I've been through that's had a meaningful impact on making me who I am today? Have I learned from the experiences I've been through, or am I continuing to make the same mistakes? Am I hiding my mistakes from myself so I don't have to face the fact that I'm not the man I claim to be? By avoiding these shortcomings, am I limiting what all I could do with my life? Is there a necessary lesson I haven't chosen to learn that would move me forward in the direction I've always wanted to go? Am I the one who's holding myself back from achieving these massive heights? Do I have myself to blame for not yet becoming who I was always meant to be? How much time have I wasted by not allowing myself to suffer the consequences of my actions? Am I afraid of the price I'll have to pay to repent for my shortcomings? Am I afraid of the man I will have to become and what it will require of me? Do I want to avoid learning these lessons in order to not have to become worthy of the dream I have for myself? Do I want to have to make the sacrifice required of me to achieve the next level of success? Am I willing to let go of the things I'm comfortable with, including my bad habits and wrong ideas, in pursuit of achieving this dream? Do I even have what it takes to become a worthy candidate for achieving this dream? Is there someone else who wasn't meant to achieve my dream that's making the sacrifices necessary and will ultimately achieve my dream before me? Is someone else out there achieving my dream? Will I be able to put in the work to achieve my dream? Am I the type of person who can work all day, every day, for months on the things I care about? Do I need someone to direct me, or can I lead myself into discovery, into progress, into action? Do I believe I can actually make a change in the world for the better? Do I believe I will actually make this change? What changes can I make today? What event is going to define today, this month, this year, this decade? What event is going to define my life? Am I just going to waste away slowly, or will I fight against time and defy existence to make something worthy of recognition out of my time on this earth? Will the thousands of hours spent wasting time justify living another year to see my grandchildren run in the backyard? Or will I have to live a more productive life to muster the strength to persevere through disease, decomposition, and decay? I like that one. What stories do I want to tell to inspire future generations? Most importantly, my loved ones. Will I be able to tell others of the wonderful things I've done each year? Could I pinpoint several actions that were the start of something huge in my life? Would my grandkids be proud to call me their grandpa? That's a huge one. Will I remain an inspiration in my grandkids' lives long after my time is up? What will be the wake I leave in this world? What impact will I have on my friends? Are my friends excited to tell others about me? Do my friends consider me an interesting person? What have I done that makes me an interesting person? What am I doing that makes me an interesting person? What could I do that would make me an interesting person? What could I do that would captivate the attention of others? A story so great you could hear a pin drop in the room. Everyone's eyes would be dry after forgetting to blink. No other thoughts in their mind except the awe of the craziness of the story being told. And could I string several stories together and to describe a season I've had that was interesting? Would there be enough stories to captivate people for hours? And what if I lived these stories for several seasons in a row? Could my whole life be a collection of stories so great that I couldn't even begin to tell you all the wonderful things I've done with my life? What are the massive heights I could achieve with my life? At the end of my life, will I just be a collection of sitcom jokes and uninformed opinions, dead dreams and wasted potential? Do I want my regrets to outweigh my successes? Do I want to be a bunch of would haves, could haves, and should haves? Do I want to be embarrassed at how I have lived my life? Do I want to be a burden to those around me? Do I want to have any significance in the life of my peers and family members? Who's going to be waiting to hear from me every week, every month, every year around the holidays? Do people care about me? Do people have a reason to care about me? Have I treated the people in my life with respect so that they do have a reason to care? Have I made the lives of those around me better? Do I have a serious interest in seeing the lives of those around me changed for the better? Do I actually have the best interest of others in mind? Will I act on those good intentions to actively pursue the betterment of the world around me? How much better would my life be if everyone I came into contact with was forever changed for the better, unable to repay the debt for the life-changing favors I extended to them, yet free of debt, for as much as it helped them, it helped me tenfold? How many people can I invest time into, and in turn ignite them to pour into the lives of those around them? How could I invest time into developing myself to act on my ideas and interests? What could I do with my life? Am I capable of any sort of significant accomplishment that would move the world forward? What do I want to achieve in this life? Do I want to achieve massive heights? What will that require of me? What changes will I have to make to achieve these massive heights? How soon will I have to make those changes? If it's not soon enough that I would have to make a change, is this vision for my life big enough? Do I have a dream so big it would require only the best for me every second from now until my time is up? How could I surprise myself with what all I have achieved by starting now? What all I could achieve by starting now? How soon could I begin to live the dream life so that I would have the confidence to dream even bigger? What would have to happen in order to make this dream a reality? What are the things I must do in my lifetime? What are the categories of life that really matter to me? If I don't contribute to the forward progress of these ideas, who will? Oh, this is a new thing. Is it possible that I was put on this earth to do something only I was capable of doing? Is it possible I bear within me the power, the potential to do something no one has ever or will ever be able to replicate in the future? Am I robbing the world of something great by entertaining myself until the responsibility is no longer mine? Will I limit the potential good we could achieve as a species by not contributing my personal experiences, ideas, and actions to the betterment of this world? Am I responsible for more than just my life and the lives of others around me? Is it possible that within me is the responsibility of the entire world? Is it possible that within everyone around me exists the weight of responsibility of the entire world? How would I treat everyone differently if that was the case? Would I help others to achieve their full potential? After all, it's not just them I'm helping, but the entire world that benefits from my actions. And wouldn't that be the most valiant course of action? To help whoever I can in this life to achieve their full potential so I can live up to the massive responsibility over my life and help them live up to theirs. Ask some questions. It will change your life. Why not us?